I did not. I meant to add this to the last Terence Crawford video I did, but that video kind of turned out to be something a little bit different. But this video is the excuse list. Yeah, that's right. And I think we got a compilation of excuses, an abundance of excuses that people riddle together. And now we have a list right here on the screen for you. And we go break it down, man, because a lot of these guys had excuses as to where Errol Spence lost against Terence Crawford. Errol Spence himself says, I was brought up old in law where men don't make excuses. Even if I had one, I wouldn't give it to you. So Errol Spence Jr., this is not him, right? This is not Spence. Spence is not on this type of time. But his fans and the people who may have seemingly left boxing had a lot of shit to say, as we can see here on the screen. And it says the big fish excuse list. That's very creative. I don't even know where I got this from, right? But salute to that guy who got all this together. Let me move this caption on the screen. Feel free to donate to the dojo, right? Got to pay your dojo dues, man. Y'all dudes don't be paying y'all dojo dues, man. But either way, look. These are all the excuses that some of us may have seen and some of us may have not have seen yet. Let's see what we got. It says number 1, loaded gloves. Yes, we've seen the loaded glove situation. We've seen they question the power of Terence. Like, how was he causing so much damage to Errol Spence, right? His gloves were loaded. He was able to move his gloves and open his hand in his gloves. How is he able to do it? There's all kinds of shit, right? Stacking his wraps and all this other stuff, right? They said he had loaded gloves going into the fight. That's number 1. Number 2, neurological issues. Now, we've seen after the fight, now this doctor came after the fight, right? And they said this dude wasn't even a real doctor or something like that. Leave it in the comment section. So one of the guys said this dude, they explained who this guy really was. But either way, neurological issues from the car accident. Doctor came out, said Errol Spence has all types of issues neurologically, right? May have butchered the word a little early. Either way, this came out after the fight. Now, if this doctor was so concerned about having neurological issues, he should have said something before the damn fight. But they waited till after Crawford smoked him, because a lot of these people before the fight didn't think that shit was going to be a factor going into the fight. But after the fight, then it turns into an excuse, right? I've been telling everybody all this time, look, man, whatever, okay? Then number 3, weight drained. Oh, that's going to be the most common one. I mean, come on, man. Errol Spence been at welterweight for his whole career, right? He started off at 154, then went down to 147. He's been at welterweight for damn near a decade, bro. He's a 30-something-year-old man, and one would imagine he's weight drained. But guess what? There was no rehydration clauses or nothing. You know what I'm saying? Errol Spence knew what he was getting to. He could have fought Terence Crawford in 2019 when he had more of a physical advantage, right? One would say. He was younger, so he was able to make the weight a lot better back then, prior to all the other stuff that comes with getting older, right? When they say he's weight drained, that's just another excuse. Oh, wow, this is a new one. Number 4, paid off to lose. Who in the hell, bro? I don't even know how I can get into paid off to lose. Why would Spence get paid off to lose? Why? When he's the house fighter. That doesn't even make sense. He's the house fighter. Terence Crawford's the visitor. Why would he get paid off? Bro, that don't even make sense, bro. I'm sure the guys who said that probably not even really boxing fans, right? Then a rib injury. Yeah, I heard whispers about some type of rib injury going into the fight. Bro, come on. I bet you Errol Spence looking at this list itself is like, what? None of this shit is true, right? I gave it my best. I gave it my all. Terence Crawford was the better man, right? That's what Spence would say. Then we got number 6, right? He was high. Now, I ain't gonna cap. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. When I was watching the fight live and they showed Spence walking into the building, yeah, that was high, bro. Absolutely. Yeah, he was eating some edibles or doing something. Right? That's his fault. Why would you, bro? I know how people look when they see eating shit, bro, or eating an edible. I know how high people look. Okay. I know how high, yes, he probably was. But that's not an excuse. Who told your dumb ass to get high before the fight, bro? Smoking on bud packs and shit. Then you end up getting smoked on the Spence pack. Bro, come on. Who told you to do that shit? That's your fault, bro. It's no excuse. You should have been more creative when you was high. Anyway, you went up in there and looked like a sloppy robot, bro. So nah, man, it's not an excuse. Yeah, he probably was high. But that's not an excuse. Because I thought he looked as high as a motherfucker walking up in there, right? And then there's another one, number 7, brain damage. And I'm assuming this is alluding to the accident and everything else. You know, the slurring of the speech. His speech seems a lot slower than it used to be. I don't know, right? Brain damage, bro. They're going to the extreme. All right. Then it says number 8, too many car accidents. Too many car accidents. We know about the our car accident after the Porter fight, with the whole, you know, I don't want to get into detail with it. Dudes get real sensitive when you talk about the whole little Mo 3 thing and all that. Just some street shit. You know what I'm saying? That's just what it is. Don't be no need to be sensitive and some punks about it. Is it dude probably got caught up in some street shit. I'm glad he's out of it. You know what I'm saying? But either way, too many car accidents. The car accident with the Ferrari flipping like 1,000 times. He survived it probably because he's Wolverine, right? Then he got into a car accident. You know, a lot of people was questioning this accident, said a 14-year-old hit him. Luckily, his car was armored. He just getting into too many car accidents. So they said Spence is getting into too many car accidents. His body's all broken down for all these car accidents he's been in. The number 9, the layoff from fighting. Now, some of these excuses, I wouldn't necessarily call them excuses. These are just the factors. And this is a factor. He had a lot of layoffs. Spence probably only fought, like 2 times in like 4 years or something like that, or something crazy like that. So, yeah, layoff of fighting, that's kind of his fault. But in the end, he said he ain't fighting nobody till he fight Terence Crawford. So, I mean, that's all this stuff is really just like his fault, bro. Like, lay off from fighting. Why was you laid off for so long? Because Terence Crawford stayed busy. Terence Crawford got more knockouts than a lot of these guys got fights over there on PBC, bro. He got more knockouts than a lot of those dudes got fights. So why was he inactive? Why are these guys inactive? Why is Ugas inactive? Why is Keith Thurman inactive? Where's Danny Garcia? He just had a good win against Jose Benavidez. Like, where these guys at, bro? Why they be sitting out for years at a time, year plus at a time, bro? Why? Right? Lay off from fighting. Hey, look, Crawford fought Aborigine. Dudes told me he shouldn't. Why he do that? Why he do that? Well, he did that just to stay sharp and collect some money because I got taxes to pay. You know what I'm saying? Errol Spence decided to sit it out. And look, that's not Crawford's fault. Spence said he don't take no tune-ups, no way, right? And then they said he ain't look right, number 10. He simply just didn't look right. Bro, that's what everybody would say. He ain't look right and all this shit, man. Look, man. You probably ain't looking right because you ain't seen him in the ring that much. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he looking like Spence to me. He looked like the same Spence that fought Ugas to me. He was just in there with a killer and Terence Crawford. And like I said, Ugas is equivalent to a plant-eating dinosaur. Terence Crawford is equivalent to a meat-eating dinosaur, a carnivore. So, yeah, man, I was totally, he didn't look right because he was in there with Terence Crawford. That's why he didn't look right. Right? And now, number 11. This is something that people have been saying once they seen Bud with the snack shirt, Victor Conte, the snack program guy. Now they saying that Bud is with snack, a.k.a. cheating, right? The snack program gets guys in phenomenal shape. We all know who Victor Conte is. If you don't know, he's a guy who used to be involved on the other side of the PED, performance enhancement drugs thing, but now he was so damn good at what he do, they hired him as a guy to pretty much create new ones, and he knows all about it, right? Yeah, he's almost like those dudes that those hackers, they'd be so damn good that the feds and them just hire them. They can't keep these guys in jail. They're just too damn good. That's pretty much what Victor Conte is. He paid his debt to society. You know, he was doing some dirty shit, but now he's on the other side of things. And now, since Crawford and many other fighters, Devin Haney, a lot of other fighters that's notable is part of the snack program, they get kind of labeled cheating. But they know they really label Crawford cheating just because it's Crawford, though. They don't say nothing about nobody else that's with the snack program. Derrick James, number 12. Derrick James has too many fighters now. And really, he do. Ryan Garcia, AJ. He's becoming the black Canelo coach, black Eddie Reynoso, so to speak. Will he have enough time to focus on the guys that he needs to focus on when he needs to focus on them? I heard right after the fight, Derrick James was planning on going straight to London to go train AJ. What about Jamel? You know what I'm saying? Jamel got a big fight coming up with Canelo. Yeah, he's like, he got too much going on, right? Derrick James has too many fighters. Yeah, he do. But I think his main focus, ever since the Frank Martin fight, should have been Errol Spence Jr. right? And if not, then shame on him, bro, because that's his stable star fighter. He should have made sure Errol Spence was well prepared to deal with any and everything Terence Crawford was bringing to the ring. And over the years, we watched Derrick James on interview on camera say he never watched dude fight and all this stuff is bullshit and all this other crap, bro. But then his fighter got in there, he looked embarrassed. He looked bad. Not only did Errol look bad, but Derrick James looked bad too because he couldn't figure out a way to get his fighter out of that bad predicament, bro. Then it says number 13, Bud joined the Illuminati. Now, this is a new one. I never heard this one. Where did this one come from? Who said this? Right? Who said this? Bud is come on, man. That's a good one. That's funny. Then it says number 14, Spence gave up so much, it took a lot out. Bro. It says Spence gave up so much, it took a lot out of him, bro. These get better as we go. These get better as we go, bro. Spence gave up so much, it took a lot out of him, bro. He gave up. Crawford was pretty much the A side of that fight. He won the coin toss. Crawford was just he took over the fight, bro. And it took a lot out of Spence. According to some critics, man. This is hilarious. I can't believe they said that. That's a good one. Then the number 15. This is one I heard more recently. Spence's girlfriend drugged him after arguing pre-fight. Wow. Bro. I heard this too, bro. I heard this too. And this is not a knock on Spence, man. This is what your fans is doing, dog. This shit sound crazy, bro. And see, I'm able to separate it. I know that this is not Errol Spence. I acknowledge what Spence said. I know what Spence is about. You know what I'm saying? He's a dude that's go follow through with what he say he go do. And he's a man that stands on principles, bro. He's not about to sit here and make excuses or be a punk about it. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of his fans is a little bit different, bro. You know what I'm saying? And they saying that he was drugged before fighting. This is the one I heard more recently. It's like, wait a minute, where did that come from? Why was he arguing with his girl? Who even let her? Bro, it's crazy, right? But she drugged him. But yet you see them out on vacation chilling with each other. Bro, come on, man. Why would his girl sabotage him like that? Right? It's something so dangerous. They was arguing in the back. Who made that? I don't know who came up with that, bro. But it's like they had a list of excuses waiting. Then it says, Al Heyman made Spence pay for going against him and fighting Bud. Wow. This is number 16. Oh, boy. I never heard this one. I never heard this one, but I would imagine, and this is something that I've mentioned, you guys know, that I don't think that the powers that be, after a particular point, right? Because it didn't seem like Spence wanted to deal with Crawford either. But after a certain point, it did seem like he wanted to fight Crawford, but it seemed like his handlers didn't want him fighting Crawford. That's what it looked like, right? So now that's an excuse. Al Heyman made Spence pay for going against him and fighting Bud. They didn't want him dealing with Terence Crawford probably because they knew it was a bad fight for him. I don't know, right? But this is what they're saying. This is an excuse as why Spence lost the fight. It's crazy. And then it says number 17, Bluray wasn't part of the team. And as we saw, Bluray had an interview. I think it was boxing. I forgot what that podcast is called, but Bluray is one of probably the biggest Errol Spence fans on the planet. He was strength and conditioning coach with Spence. And when Bluray was training with Spence, it seemed like Spence was just running through the opposition, knocking guys out. He was in supreme shape training with Bluray, but for whatever the reason, for whatever the case, Bluray isn't part of the team. However, Bluray still shows unwavering support for Errol Spence Jr. But they're going to say that was the reason why Spence lost the fight. Because Bluray, the strength and conditioning coach, the calisthenics guy, right, wasn't part of the team. I mean, if he wasn't part of the team, why wasn't he part of the team? Why isn't he part of the team? I mean, this dude seems like the most loyal Spence fan I've seen on the planet. It got to be something with Derrick James, right? It's got to be something with Derrick James. Because if Bluray was a benefit to Spence, then why not? It seems like Derrick James just wants all the credit. And that's why Team Crawford is winning, man, because it's like a whole bunch of group of guys, and they all putting their minds together to make it work, right? But Derrick James seems like a guy that he wants to be star of the show. I think Errol Spence is going to need some little extra help in preparation for a rematch with Terence Crawford. That's just my opinion. Then it says Spence was cloned, like they cloned Tyrone, number 18. Come on, man. Cloned, bro. I didn't see this one, but I'm sure it was spotted on the internet somewhere. They can't believe it. They can't believe that Spence got beat, so they go say it was simply a clone up in there. Wow, they cloned Tyrone, they cloned Errol. I mean, come on, bro. What are we doing here? Right? Then number 19, the Vegas Heat hurt Spence. Wow. So he went from the Inferno in Texas, one of the hottest times of the decade, right? Well, the past couple of weeks, a few weeks ago, it was really, really hot, and especially down there in Texas. He was training down there, and he always training down there in the heat, 110-degree weather in the gym, right? Just with a big ass fan on, sweating, right? But then the Vegas Heat hurt Spence. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. He was damn near in Mexico, but the Vegas Heat hurt him too. Come on, man. Spence should be used to the heat. Why are we coming up with shit like this, bro? Why? The Vegas Heat. I mean, wow. And then number 20, the final one is that Derrick James simply didn't prepare Spence. And facts. This is probably like the only one. I don't think Derrick James prepared him properly, bro. I'm not going to use it as an excuse because Derrick James and Spence was very arrogant and cocky going into that fight. Very arrogant and cocky. Spence said Crawford resume was 0.5. His chin was 0.5. He couldn't punch. When they did a little PBC, Crawford gave Spence some real numbers, right? Gave him he overrated Spence, in my opinion, and Spence underrated Terence Crawford. They was really downplaying the guy. Derrick James probably felt that, you know, the switch hit and all that stuff was really just a gimmick. And he got in the ring and he found out. Now, Derrick James, in my opinion, didn't seem like he really wanted his fighter anywhere near Crawford anyway. That's just what it looked like. Like he didn't really want to deal with Crawford, but they had to deal with him. Errol Spence wanted to deal with him, and it was up to Derrick James to make sure Errol Spence is truly prepared for Terence Crawford, bro. Maybe bring somebody else in, have an extra set of eyes. Terence Crawford is a very unique fighter. It's going to be hard to find sparring partners for him. It's going to be hard to find guys that can emulate him. I mean, he's a 5'8" guy with a 74-inch reach, can punch with both hands. Bro, come on. He can do a lot. It's going to be hard to even find a guy that can mimic that, you know? So Derrick James, I don't think he probably prepared. We heard what Tarver said. Spence wasn't moving his head. Spence wasn't using no feints. He wasn't doing anything. Just trying to step, I guess. I don't know what he was doing, but he was getting countered trying to do it. So yeah, you guys, I meant to do this video yesterday, but it turned out to be a whole nother video. But this is just a big fish excuse list. And this is just some of the excuses that's been going around in the boxing community. Maybe you guys heard some ones that's not on this particular list. Salute to the guy that actually put this list together. And yeah, man, it's not Spence, man. You know, we got to make that clear. It is not Errol Spence that's doing this. You know what I'm saying? It's his fans, man. He got some loyal, hardcore fans. So, you know, that comes with the territory. They can't phantom him losing. They couldn't phantom it happen. They can't process it. I guess it's probably coming to realization now that, yeah, Errol Spence lost and Terence Crawford just smoked them, but it's just a reality they go eventually have to accept. And all these excuses is just simply pathetic. But in the rematch, all these excuses, if so, right, if these are word things, the fact is going to still be the same going into the rematch. Tell me what you guys think. Like, subscribe, holla at your boy. Peace out.